We're the Riffsters. It's a podcast and a web show.
What's up, everybody? We are here. You can turn this.
Yeah.
Okay. We are the Riffsters. This is our very special guest, Jack, today, who's joining us.
Hello.
Basically, the concept is really simple. We have a lovely treasure chest here with a bunch of conversation starters and various idea topics, and we're going to pick one out of the treasure chest, and then we're going to pick a couple, and then we're going to riff on these topics. And feel free to please comment in if you're watching this live. The fun part about doing this live is you guys can chat with us and kind of engage with us and leave your thoughts as well. So please comment live. We're checking it on our lovely handy-dandy iPad here.
Don't drop it. We want you to participate in this.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, you have to check the other out. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to
Let's
go
get
ahead
started.
and pick our first topic.
Yes. Out of this World of Warcraft treasure chest. Because I'm awesome.
I think we should let the guest do the honors.
Guest.
This one.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun. Most embarrassing moment. All
What is
right.
the most embarrassing moment?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I guess just to get the ball rolling, because I can't think necessarily my most embarrassing moment, but my most recently
Oh.
embarrassing moment happened over the weekend. I have what you would call a baby face, and I get reminded of this all the time. Even though I'm almost 23, I was going to the car wash, and the person behind the counter was giving me this really weird look, and I was kind of confused by it. Then she goes, "Oh, how old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 22." She goes, "Oh, I thought you were 14 or 15. Meaning she thought I literally was not old enough to drive a car, and was wondering why I was at a car wash. So
That makes sense.
yeah, the youngest I've ever gotten before that is 17, so 14 is a new low for me.
Guys, it's insane. The moment Jack gets into a pool, he suddenly looks like
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, we were.
It's
we had
really weird.
We had a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 4th of July, and he got in the pool, and his hair was a little longer than it is now, but the curliness it went back,
Mhm.
and then I think he had a little stubble, but he had a little
Yeah.
more at that time, and it was like 7, 8 years,
Yeah.
like older.
Which is crazy because I've literally never in my life gotten older than I am. So nice confidence boost, I guess, looking like a 30-year-old.
I guess.
Ah,
Guys, for those of you just joining us, our first topic is what is your most embarrassing moment? I'm going to go ahead and pin that comment. Sorry, we got a really janky setup here. The mouse is like over here is the whole...
yeah, we're at my place
It's a whole
today because Derek couldn't join us, so it's a different setup. I have a smaller apartment.
Okay, so I've pinned the comment. It says what our topic is. Feel free to comment in with your own embarrassing story. Kentucky says Dana scares me a little bit.
I saw that and I was about to be like,
And we're not collecting information on you with embarrassing stories at all. That's
No.
not our plan.
100% not for blackmail. Keep recording this.
Okay. I have like a recent like semi-embarrassing story, but then I have like the ultimate embarrassing story ever. So I guess I'll leave it to the audience which one they want to hear. One's not that great. One is terrible, but also the other one is
terrible.
a terrible one. Okay. So I was in kindergarten. Okay. So I'm like, young and impressionable or whatever, and I had the meanest kindergarten teacher. Like, she should not have ever been allowed to be a teacher. I don't understand this. So we were in one of those reading circles. I don't know. Did you guys have those where you had to sit crisscross applesauce?
Oh, yeah.
And then the teacher would read or whatever. And I had really bad gas that day. And
As you do from time to time.
yeah, I was 5 years old. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to keep it in. So embarrassingly, it was really quiet. She was reading very low, and I accidentally slipped out a little bit. So
Elaborate. What accidentally?
I
Details, woman.
tooted a little bit, And the teacher stops. And this is like a nightmare scenario, okay? So she stops, she puts the book down, she goes, "Who did that?" And I'm like, I'm trying to pretend like it wasn't me. And then everyone, I swear, like at the same time, like on both sides, because I was like kind of like right across from her, they all started pointing to me. And me being so embarrassed, I go like this. But everyone knew it was me. And oh, this is my kitten, Salio.
This cat may periodically jump into the.
Yeah, he's a kitten, so he's going to be a little rowdy. But yeah, that was one of my most embarrassing moments. I never wanted to go to school again. I did, but it was tough.
So what's funny is that actually reminds me of not my most embarrassing story, but possibly someone else's most embarrassing story that I created. So
Do tell.
Yeah,
so,
I know this one is really good.
So this was in college, and I was hanging out with a bunch of my friends, and we were in my dorm room, and this girl that my friend was seeing at the time was there with us. And so we're just hanging out, and like a couple people on the bed, a couple people in the chair, a really small room.
A college dorm.
College room. Jack and I went to the same college, so he would know. And so we're sitting in the room, and we're just shooting the shit, we're talking, we're having fun, and then all of a sudden there's the best way I could describe this sound is as if a bubble of gas erupted without puncturing, so as to lift someone off the ground, and then they would proceed to squish and pop it. So imagine the noise that description would make.
Okay.
Very vivid. I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that noise happened. It just ripped and
Just ripped.
And it was like loud. Like it wasn't even like a question about what happened. And so I'm like, who did that? Who was that? Like, what was that? Like, who did that? And no one's answering me. And so then I'm like, I keep going on it, and like I thought it was crazy because like people are pretending like nothing happened. Like literally everyone in the room, there's like 6 people in the room. Everyone's pretending like nothing occurred. and I'm like losing my mind now. I'm like,
you're on like a gas witch hunt.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, like seriously, what was that sound? Like what the hell? And like people aren't making eye contact with me. My roommate all of a sudden is just like, oh yeah, no, like guys. So anyway, what were we talking? And like I'm like, am I nuts? Did I answer an alternate unit? So anyway, so we move off the topic, and finally I let it go. And
as someone else had already previously done.
Yeah, just you had it.
Thank you.
Oh, I get it now.
So anyway, so then fast forward like 4, 5, 6 hours later, me and my roommate are going to bed. And he's like, yo, by the way, like you remember when you kept asking me about that sound? And I was like, well, yeah, obviously. And he was like, oh yeah, that was like the girl farted, and we were all trying not to like make a big deal out of it. And you just kept going on the topic, and I was mortified. I was like, I feel so bad because this girl probably was sitting there going like, please don't talk. And everyone else was privy to this, but I was like,
they got social cues.
Yes, yes. And I was just like, but what was the sound, guys? Guys, what was the sound? Someone answer me. What was the sound? It was like awful. I felt so bad. So I think I like inadvertently may have created someone else's.
Oh yeah, if that had happened to me, I would have been like going home crying after my experience in kindergarten.
One of our viewers, Trent, says, one of my most embarrassing stories is the fact that my high school crush introduced me to my current girlfriend by physically throwing me at her.
Wow, nice.
Why is that embarrassing? That honestly worked out in the end.
Yeah, I guess good for you.
Yeah.
You did say current girlfriend, so
was she like? I guess she must have been pretty
strong
to have physically thrown. Like I'm imagining Zarya from Overwatch, like this. Like,
oh, okay.
Just, like, pumping and
then. Doomfist before he was announced had an ability that he could throw heroes. He could pick up and throw heroes. That was something they were
Why
testing.
did they keep that?
They thought you could throw your teammates off the edge, and that would
be great. I mean,
not for your teammates.
Anyway,
yes.
Sorry, guys.
Dana's story actually reminded me. It's not embarrassing. It's just for me as a 6-year-old, it was rage-inducing. I don't know if you all had the card system in elementary school for behavior.
No, sticker system.
Okay, for us it was like you all started with a yellow card, yellow card or gold card. You were doing great, and then it went green.
Shout out to Marco, who just joined.
Hey, Marco.
Marco, Johnny, and Heather. Look at that.
Thank you.
Wow. Hi, guys.
so you went like green, then blue, then red,
Oh.
and you had like some form of punishment if you hit red. And we had just got back from lunch. I had a big lunch. I was running around, a lot of stuff jostling in there, and I was also a 6-year-old kid, so I just like burped, and it was really loud. But like it was, you can't control it.
Right.
And my teacher made me go and change my card for that because it was apparently inappropriate to burp in class, and I was so upset.
Oh,
'cause this was, like,
no.
2 or 3 months into the school year,
Yeah.
and I'd never had my card changed because I was a good kid back then.
Back then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not now.
No. Once I changed my card, it's all downhill from there.
Oh,
No.
do your Sith voice like
Yeah, do your Emperor.
entirely.
Use your Jedi weapon, strike me down. But
Amazing.
Comment. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to, I don't know who Sherwin Kuo is, but shout out to you.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
Guys, please comment. Sorry not to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But guys, please leave comments as we're chatting live. Tell us our first topic is what is your most embarrassing moment. So please, comment in with your embarrassing moments. We'll read them live to fully humiliate you. And I'm checking comments on the iPad, so comment in and let us know what's up if you're liking this. We had a little bit of issue with audio delay in the beginning. If the audio, if it's not synced, if the audio is not synced with the video, someone comments in so I can fix that. We don't spend the whole stream like that. Anyway,
Yeah, just to wrap up. Luckily, I had 2 teachers in first grade. They did like the buddy system, and the other one, like as I'm changing the card, was like,
Dude, I was not a good kid.
"Were you not?"
I was a terrible kid
she's
in
pretty bad kid.
kindergarten. Like, I don't know if I was
I heard
just
you like farted in class and stuff.
well, I think the teacher actually just really hated me because I was a trouble kid. Like, it's not that I did anything like necessarily like overtly bad. I just wasn't a good listener, I guess. And like, I would rather draw than listen to the long lecturing lessons of the teachers, or I made a dirty innuendo because I was allowed to watch. Yes,
Yeah.
I was allowed to watch whatever I wanted as a kid, so I knew all the bad words before everybody else, and I didn't quite understand how bad they were. So I spent a lot of my time in like the timeout desk. I loved the timeout desk. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I'd get called on by a teacher, and I would sometimes purposely not answer it correctly, so they would send me to the timeout desk because I just wanted to go and draw.
They sent kids to the timeout desk for answering your question wrong.
It was because she knew I wasn't paying attention,
Got it.
and I was purposely just not, like, there. So she was, I think the teacher, this was a specific year, I think she was trying to get me to want to pay attention, or I don't know what her thing was
Maybe she
because it
was-
wasn't working.
Maybe she was trying to break you like a wild horse.
Yeah,
You know?
but what she didn't understand is I enjoy solitude.
That's true.
I was the kid
Greatest city in
who,
Skyrim.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, greatest city in Skyrim. It
There you
is. I enjoyed being in my room as a kid and reading books and being alone. So it was like, okay, like thanks for sending me to the place I want to go.
That's true.
So my parents had the same issue. They always sent me to my room. Or like, go to your room. I'm like, okay, that sounds fine.
Shout out to Sean Bailey, just joining us today.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, and Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Guys, again, if you're just joining us, I know I keep saying this over and over again, but it's a live show, so I'd like to reiterate. Our current topic that we're discussing is what's your most embarrassing moment, and I also wanted to bring that back to that because I realized I didn't share my moment.
Oh yeah, you
Oh
shared
yeah, you
someone
shared
else's.
somebody
I
else's.
shared somebody else's moment that I created as a villain, which kind of stems
You
off
are a
our
villain.
last podcast. Plug, go check it out. Our last one, our last podcast.
Segue.
So I wanted to, because I knew what it was as soon as we picked that out of the box. So okay, so my favorite one, and I don't know, I actually don't know if I told you. I might have told you. I'm not sure if I told you, but I think it's personally hilarious. So
Now that you're not in it.
yeah, it was pretty awful when I was in it.
Okay.
So basically, it was in high school, maybe when I was like a junior or senior. There was a bathroom in the science building that, so the door was one of those push doors.
Mhm.
So there was no, and this is, I know that doesn't sound like important, but that's important to the story is the fact that there was no door handle, so as to indicate that someone was coming in the bathroom, or to forewarn me. And so basically, I went to the bathroom, I went to go wash my hands. This was one of those sinks, and I freaking hate these things. I really
Oh.
hate these types of sinks. Yeah, I think I told
You have told me this
So
story.
this was one of those sinks where you had to, you push down on the thing, you have to hold it to keep the water. So the second you let go, the faucet stops running.
I've literally never seen a sink.
Have you
like
really not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the stupid. They're like water conserving ones, so you have to keep one hand, and I'm like, well,
Then how you can't
exactly. So I'm like, how do you do? So anyway, So it was like a constant nightmare. So I one day, or not one day, I used to do this a lot. It just happened to get caught one day.
Mhm.
But so I peed and I went to go wash my hands. And my solution to this was, if no one else was in the bathroom, I would raise one leg and put one leg on the button like this, so that I could wash my
Makes
hands.
sense.
And
It
so,
checks out.
right, it does, I think.
Yeah.
And so, so I raised one leg like this, and I'm doing this, and again, coming back to the whole push door. So there was no hand. I didn't hear anyone open a hand. I was just doing this, and the door is immediately to my left. So I'm doing this, and right as I get up here and I'm washing my hands, some guy opens the door, and there was this like hilarious like cinematic movie moment where he's just standing there, and I'm just standing there, and then he's just standing there, and I'm just standing there, and we shared this moment for what seemed like eternity, and then finally he just kept walking and went to the stall.
No, it's perfect if he backs away slowly and just closes the door and waits for you to leave.
Just retreats.
Ah,
You know what that
Slowly.
kind of reminds me of a little bit? Like the awkward bathroom scene in Spider-Man.
oh, the
Just a little bit.
homecoming. The
Just
new
a
one.
little bit. Like,
in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yes.
Bathroom
I mean,
scene.
like, it's not...
High school
anyway.
bathroom scene.
I didn't say
it's
what
really
was happening,
risque.
but, like, yeah. No, that was, like, if it were me, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like...
That kid was bold for even leaving the stall.
I
to be
know.
honest.
Oh, see, if you guys see me doing this, I'm trying to get my kitten not to, like, jump on things he's not supposed
The
to.
kitten has been real annoying and trying to keep us from delivering
Quality.
B+ quality entertainment.
And
We're not quite at A- or A+ quality entertainment yet.
What's the most embarrassing thing recently? Trying to put together a really good podcast, and the cat keeps messing it up.
Hey, Sophie, my sister joined. What's
Hi,
up?
Sophie.
And Sam Baker joined.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? Please leave your comments. We're live, so we're reading them live on the iPad. I know I keep showing this, but we're
You don't have
reading
to
these comments
reiterate
live. So
everything.
there's lots of people joining. We're
Yeah.
at our highest peak live view. We're at 8 viewers. It's the most
Oh,
we've
my
ever had.
goodness.
You're welcome.
Hi, guys.
I don't know. X Factor.
I know.
I think it's ready. It's time for another topic.
I think it's time to read another topic.
Yeah. All right. I will pick this time.
While you're picking, I'm going to check our time.
Out of our handy dandy treasure chest that I got from World of Warcraft, because I'm cool like that.
We got about 10 minutes left in our time, so I think it's
Man,
a perfect amount of time to draw another topic. You want to read this one?
I do.
Go ahead.
First R-rated movie. Oh.
Okay, so there's one reason I really love Zombieland, and it's the Emma Stone scene where she's talking about how Anaconda was her first R-rated movie,
Okay.
because it was my first R-rated movie when I was 4 years old.
Oh my gosh.
parents were awesome, and they were just watching it, I think, with my mom's mom and her boyfriend
Okay.
at the time. Or, I don't know why I say at the time, they're still together. And I came in, and I was like, oh, what's this about? A giant snake? Cool.
That's the one with Jennifer Lopez, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
John
okay.
Voight playing a Brazilian guy,
Okay.
and he speaks in a really good accent.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's got Ice Cube and Owen Wilson, and the guy from Jumanji that plays the dad in The Hunter. Really good cast.
I remember that movie being so bad. I
Oh.
remember seeing it.
It is fantastic. It used to be my favorite movie of all time until I was about 10. But, yeah, so I was 4 years old, watching Anaconda, not realizing that it's supposed to be a horror movie, because it is bad, so it's not terribly scary. And I absolutely loved it. Like, my password to my first laptop was Anaconda.
Oh
and
my god.
best movie ever. Like, I loved it. But,
That is so strange.
oh, I thought you were about to say an R-rated movie. I was like, oh, that's nice.
I don't remember my first R-rated movie. My parents, like, they didn't care, like, about...
So you probably
Like-
saw something really young.
Yeah, like, I mean, I definitely remember seeing Anaconda really young, and, like, I was kind of afraid, but also, like, kind of like, what the... Like, there's no such thing as, like, that big of a... Or, like, okay, here's what it was. I read encyclopedias a lot as a kid, and I already knew anacondas weren't like that. So...
They're big, just not that big.
Yeah, and they don't... Oh, gosh, my cat keeps trying to get into this flame thing that's driving me crazy. I guess I just never... You know, I know the first R-rated movie that I saw that scared the crap out of me and made me afraid of the dark. And also afraid of TVs.
Oh, Poltergeist? No, is that...
No, I mean, I did watch... Actually, I remember watching Poltergeist before this movie.
Is
and
that
not
even rated
being...
R?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I wasn't afraid. Let's see. It was The Ring.
Oh.
I don't know why that movie and not The Poltergeist, because that is actually a really scary movie, got me as much. But
I'm gonna go handle your cat.
yeah, please go handle my cat. He's about to jump into flames, guys. Like, I'm like freaking out over here. Thank you.
He's gonna come sit here with me.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Like
come
he's
stay
a
right here.
crush. He looks bigger. He's like the biggest cat.
He's gonna stay right here. Nope, you're gonna stay right here. Nope, nope, you're gonna stay right here.
He's the biggest cat in his litter, but
Nope,
he actually
nope.
is a kitten.
Nope, nope, nope.
What was your first R-rated movie? Because I think your parents were a little more.
Yeah, I didn't get to see, like, Spaceballs was like a big deal when I saw it.
Dude, I saw that when I was like 5 or 6.
Was that R-rated?
Yeah, I mean, it would
Really?
be now, but
Yeah.
all Mel Brooks stuff was pretty much rated R.
I just remember him saying like hell, and then I went to school one time and I was like, "What the hell?" And everyone was like,
Oh, how
it's
dare
like,
you!
it's like such a big deal. But I don't know. Well, okay. So Nick commented in. He says, apparently when me and my brother were like 5 years old, we would constantly ask our parents to put on Under Siege 2 with Steven Seagal because we love trains.
Excellent,
Oh my
Nick.
God.
And then Sean Bailey says, Troy was my first R-rated movie purely because my dad saw I was reading Percy Jackson and wanted to show me the real deal. Troy, actually, that might be close to mine
Troy?
too. I don't
Like,
know if it's
wait.
exactly mine, but
So,
Troy came out like a lot later because that the one with
yeah, Brad Pitt and
Brad, yeah, because
yeah,
I
you
have
have
the
the poster,
poster
yeah.
on my wall behind this green screen actually, because I love Orlando.
but not
Bloom.
everyone saw R-rated movies when they were 5 or 6.
This
My-
is true.
My friend showed me Road Trip when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and that, like, I'm not into censorship and all that, but that might be a little young to see that movie. I mean, so I think I was 6, and that was definitely the first sex scene I'd ever seen. It's a really interesting one too, with the really nerdy guy
Yeah.
and the big black woman. It's a fantastic movie,
Okay.
and by fantastic I mean terrible. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had one of those friends that he was the youngest of 4, and I'm third of 4. So
Yeah.
you always learn more stuff early the more older siblings you have. I've
Okay.
found with all my friends.
Nick says, also, Jack, we loved Anaconda as kids too. We always waited for the part where John Voight winked.
Oh,
gosh.
that is fantastic.
That means nothing to me.
Speaking of with
Mateo
R-rated
was.
movies and everything, what was your guys' first sex scene? Was that one yours?
I can't imagine seeing a sex scene before that.
Yeah. I don't.
I knew what sex was before that, but
I was definitely told to close my eyes whenever stuff like that happened, but I always peeked anyway.
Dude, this is hard. I can't answer either these questions. I just couldn't tell you. I just
Really?
can't. I just can't remember. I don't.
I mean, I don't remember fully either. I
Would
just
you
remember
say-
what scared me.
roughly how old do you think you were?
Do you want me to tell you? Can I say the first one that I remember?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Or like, sorry, the earliest one I remember. Have you seen the movie Along Came Polly?
That's rated
Yes.
R. Or the
sex scene.
Okay,
the
yeah,
sex
yeah.
scene. Because like
Yeah.
that. Because that's the earliest I can remember back. But that one I remember because I just remember it's the funny. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah.
But it's like for anyone who hasn't, it's like
It's
this-
the Ben Stiller, Jennifer Anderson.
Yeah.
one.
It's the funny thing where his friend tells him to like count backwards from like 30 or something to last longer, and he's like counting back, and then he's like in his head, and then all of a sudden he shouts out loud, and like 30 or something, or like whatever, and then she's like, huh? And I'm like, I don't know why, I just always remember. Oh, and then there was like the slap her butt thing, and then she like doesn't like it. He's like, it's just like a. It was just like a.
The thing that I remember most from Along Came Polly is the sharding scene.
Dude,
That is
That is-
actually, I think, the only thing that I really remember besides naked walking on the beach.
100% the best scene in that.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's highlight of his career, I think,
Dude.
is
So
explaining what a shart is and that he just did it at a dinner party.
It's so good.
Oh.
Alvis Gardy says, "Pretty Woman." Some Julia Roberts. I think that's supposed to say. Let me move this. I can actually read
Oh yeah.
what that says. There's a big alert on the screen. It
Yeah.
says, "Some Julia Roberts side boob." I was about 7.
Oh heck yeah! There we go. Oh, you know what? I remember the first time I knew what cum was.
Let's
Yeah.
stop you
No,
right
no,
there.
no, from the movies. You remember the movie with Cameron Diaz where
Oh,
she takes it?
something about Mary.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna, I'm gonna redirect and say Nick comments. We always have a scene in Starship Troopers that doesn't quite fit the topic.
Oh, Starship Troopers!
That might actually be my.
That
first.
was my first.
Yeah, that might be my first.
Yeah.
Good call, Nick.
Oh,
you saved the
you-
day.
Oh my gosh.
See, Julian, you always remember your first.
That was the
R-rated
first sex
movie.
scene and I think almost R-rated movie as well.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
one pretty vividly too.
Yeah.
That's actually low key really good movie.
I remember.
Why low key?
That's high key really good movie.
And then that one dude married Christina Hendricks, so good for him.
Which dude?
The guy that's like tripping balls in the back of the car and says
Oh.
so in front of the cops. He was also in Devil.
In Starship Troopers? Yeah.
Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
I think so.
I might be thinking of Super Troopers.
You
I
might
think
be
you might.
thinking
Yeah, I was gonna say
Starship
there's no car.
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
picture.
Starship Troopers is the
Is
one with
that-
the giant
yeah,
bugs,
yeah, yeah.
the arachnids or whatever.
I was
I remember.
confusing. I was but whatever.
I remember thinking the girl. I can't remember the actress's name. She has the big lips, the big eyes, like freaking
Denise,
gorgeous.
from Starship
Denise,
Troopers.
yeah.
Richards.
Yeah, I used to be like, I used to idolize her. I don't know why, because I know a lot of people are like very mixed on whether they think she's like hot or not. But I remember just seeing her for the first time on screen. I was like, I want to be her. She's pretty.
Fun fact: she's one of the worst Bond girls in the James Bond history.
She's not a great
Her,
actress.
her name is literally Christmas Jones.
She might have the best quote of all time, though, which I'm going to paraphrase, which is like, "When you die, you miss out on a big part of your life," or something like that.
From that movie?
No, just in her regular life.
Oh,
She was
That's a
trying to
great
do, she was
quote.
trying to do like an anti-smoking campaign, and was people were like, "Yeah, when you die, you die." Yes, that's the thing.
You do in fact miss out on a good chunk of your life. Congratulations, Denise. Glad you got us there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think Starship Troopers might. I think, see, the other things I don't really pay attention to movie ratings that much
Yeah.
until recently. Like as a kid, I couldn't have told you like, oh, that was PG, that was G, this was R. I didn't really have a good sense of that, which I think is why I'm having a hard time like pulling a specific.
See, me and my mom would always go to movies together, and since she just wanted to see the movies, like ratings didn't matter.
Yeah.
And so I was like always going to movies with her, and it didn't matter.
That's how I saw The Ring.
See, I didn't see The Ring until I was a lot older, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why I keep saying really, as if I'm surprised that you guys were
Really?
sheltered and I was not.
I wouldn't describe it as sheltered. It was more of a.
Or, you know.
I just happened to have not seen that
Yeah.
movie.
I want to interrupt this conversation immediately in order to point out Zachary Paris says Julian should have been Aladdin, and just to say that I
Yes.
agree.
Ooh, open
And
wound.
I don't know who this. I'm in mourning right now, and I don't know who this.
You
Mina
could have met
guy
the
is.
Pink Power Ranger.
I'm in mourning for many other reasons because of the Pink Power Ranger.
I could have met
but-
Will Smith.
Now,
Could have worked with Will Smith.
Is he going to?
He's
That
the
would've been
genie.
dope.
I know that, but is he going to be Will Smith the genie, or are they going to like?
Oh, you think maybe he would have mocapped?
I think so.
Like on a green screen,
Only
and I would have.
like.
Bummer. That would have been a bummer. That seems like a missed opportunity.
It was
Yeah, you're right. He'll probably
I
be.
I think you would have been a better Aladdin. But that's
You know
because
what?
I don't think the guy that's
You know
cast
what?
I think you said he as in Will Smith.
Oh.
I was like, interesting pick.
You know what I think they'll do? I think they'll do like a Rocket Raccoon or one of those situations where someone plays him in a suit on set and then they replace it after the fact, just to get the chemistry.
See, the more we're talking about it now, I'm thinking he will actually be there.
He's a great choice. I think I think he's.
I think Will's good.
I think because I think you can't find someone who's going to do Robin Williams.
That's true.
So you have to find someone who can be just as big of a personality, but in a different way. And I think that's Will Smith. I thought
Yeah.
he could have done it. There was I
I
can't
remember.
I can't
I
imagine
said
it.
there was a few others.
I can't imagine there'd be anyone that I'd be happier with because I'm always going to hold on to Robin Williams as the standard.
Yeah.
So I think he's good. He's fine. I really like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Fresh
and-
Genie.
There you go.
Bel Air.
Fresh Gin.
Fresh Gene. Yeah.
Who do you guys think would have been another good alternative?
Yeah,
to Will
comment in
Smith?
if you have a good idea of alternative genie picks. We're taking alternative genie picks as if we have some say over what they do in the movie.
No. They'll listen.
They'll listen.
I mean, of all our viewers, one of them has to be a producer of
What's the
Aladdin.
company, Disney?
Oh yeah,
Hello?
absolutely.
Hello, Disney? It's us again. It's the Rifters again.
You
Listen, we
picked
have
the wrong
another
guy.
pick.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, I should have been alive.
And they're like,
I'm so sad about that. I helped him with his take for because. Why don't you tell them the story real quick, like about you?
Well, I think, I guess.
I mean, most people probably know, but
if you don't know, I did audition for Aladdin, not like super seriously, but like it
but he's still upset.
would have been fun. Yeah, I'm still like really pissed about it. But it would have it would have been fun. But basically, they had an opening casting call. They said submit a clip of you singing and a couple headshots. So I sent in. I put together a video, kind of like a cheeky, funny video, because I thought that'd be a little better to go a little bit the extra mile.
Mhm.
And I put together a clip. For those of you that don't know, I actually do make music, and that's my kind of true passion is producing music.
You can see it at Volpe on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm actually, if you look up, I'm tagged with Volpe Music in this post. You can go check out my music. Shameless plug. But anyway,
I started it. It's fine.
It's okay.
it's always better when someone else does it.
Exactly.
So I basically clipped together I put together a bunch of my music videos, and I sent that in, and I was like, whatever, that was fun, I did it, I don't have to regret it. Then they emailed me back a couple weeks later, actually on the day I got laid off from a previous job.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they
that's
emailed me back
right.
that day when I was already bummed out, and they were like, "Hey, we'd like you to do a take."
I
for
just
us."
thought of something, but keep going.
Okay. And so basically, they sent me a piece of the script, and Dana played Jasmine, and we did a whole reading again. And I had to sing A Whole New World, and no one will ever see that tape except for me. It's private on Vimeo.
I will leak it eventually
No,
when
she
he's
won't.
not looking.
And so basically, I sent that in, and then didn't go back ever again.
What movie did we see the day you found out that
Power Rangers. Oh my god!
Right?
And now she's the. Oh my
Oh.
god. That's weird.
That's
Is
like
weird.
Dark Pinball
that's
Machine
really
tilt
serendipitous.
level
I'm still
serendipity?
Zachary-
going back to her. I am still upset that she's Jasmine, but
Zachary Perez says The Rock would have worked. I think that's who
He
had
would have
said.
been
Yeah,
great.
The Rock would have been. A
No,
really
it
good
I did. Say
I prefer the Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock. Whenever The Rock is in a movie, he is like The Rock. He is Dwayne Johnson. Like that is the movie is always kind of focused on him.
Yeah.
And though I love him and stuff, like even though I don't think Jumanji is going to be a great movie, I'm excited to see it because another Robin Williams movie that I absolutely love. But I think he would have taken over that film, and because he's Dwayne Johnson, the biggest movie star like right now, I think they would have been feeding the genie more and more and more and taken away from the actual story.
that's true.
You're saying his kind of personality would have, or his real life persona kind of overshadows.
Yeah, and even though the genie, because the way Robin Williams played it is loud, he's boisterous, and he is seen stealing, they did know when to like kind of leave Genie out of it and just let it be Aladdin or let it just be Jasmine. And I feel like with The Rock, they'd be like forcing more Genie in there.
Zachary Perez says Maui and Moana was basically Genie. I haven't seen Moana. You've seen it.
I watched it recently.
Would
It's
you-
on Netflix.
Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely. He, and he didn't steal the show, I don't think, too much. Sometimes I felt it was a little excessive to have Maui in there, but
And he's also the second most important character compared to third or fourth if you think Jafar is more
Yeah.
important, or
Yeah.
Naboo or
I'm
whatever.
curious to see who they picked to play Jafar, because the rumors
I'm
of Tom
excited.
Hardy and people were
See,
like really upset.
This
about
is
that.
why
Yeah.
now they can't win with Jafar, because either they'll go with a Arabic actor and people say you only casted the villain Arabic,
Yeah,
or they don't go with an Arabic actor and it's
Yeah,
like
that's
you
true.
still aren't listening.
yeah, that's true.
But they did cast an Egyptian for Aladdin.
Yes,
so
and,
there's
and a
like,
half Indian woman for Jasmine.
I'm upset about that. They should have
yes.
went with full Indian if they were going to do that.
That's true.
And I only say that because I'm not erasing her heritage as in her Indian heritage. It's that she is lighter skinned, and there is a huge
As is
problem.
Jasmine.
There is a huge problem in India, though,
Mhm.
of all the light-skinned girls are the ones that get roles, and on top of that, they're all taught that they're only beautiful if they bleach their skin. So I don't feel comfortable having a light-skinned Disney princess where she's supposed to be ethnic.
We were saying if she was younger, Priyanka Chopra would have been, because she looks like Jasmine.
She looks
Like,
exactly like Jasmine. If she were
Yeah,
younger,
she's
like
a little too old.
80-90%, yeah.
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 She's got the same like big eyes, big lips, like really like like she feels like.
She has a whiter face.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm sure that there were other really good actresses. And I think what they did is they were trying to ride the hype train of her being in the Power Rangers, and I get it. And she can fill the role, I'm sure, and she can sing. It's just like it kind of sucks.
People have been saying that. I haven't seen anything to
Yeah.
say she can't sing, but has she been stuff?
I
I
don't-
don't know.
I mean,
I would assume both of them have to be able to sing if they got the part.
they have
True.
to at least sing as well as Emma from
From
Beauty and the Beast.
yeah.
So
Yeah, true.
as long as they can sing as well as her, I honestly personally liked Emma Watson's performance, but I know some people didn't like her singing. I liked the innocence in her voice.
Most people, their problem with it wasn't necessarily Belle, though, right? It's basically everything else in the movie that
Oh,
people weren't a fan, and also just making more live-action movies.
yeah, I love that they're doing all the live actions.
The best way it's ever been explained to me, and why I now kind of agree with it, is every generation deserves their own Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, you can make the argument that they should be making new ones, but
They are.
yes, they are. They're making Moana. They're making. Is it Coco? Is the next one?
I don't know.
I
the
know it
next
begins
one
with a
is.
C and it's 4 letters, and I think it's Coco.
Coco, yeah.
Yeah.
So they are making new ones, but they have these timeless tales that go back to the like medieval times in terms of where their origins are, and they just want to bring a new audience in. It's something that parents can bond with their kids because, oh my god, they released this when I was a kid. You have to see this. So now I'm on board with it. When it was first happening, I was like, oh man, like what? This is just a money grab, which it is, but I still get it.
It's nice because it's something that like you can it's retelling the story, but like in a better like visual, I guess. Because like I love the animated versions, but they're very dated. I mean, I went back and watched some of them, and I was like, I'm kind of glad that they're doing this.
I wish they did more movies like Maleficent, where it was a complete retelling. And even though Maleficent wasn't my favorite, the rest of my family that saw it absolutely loved it. I was like, yeah, it was fine. But I liked how they took a story we all knew and completely flipped it.
Absolutely.
I am one of those people that is interested in villains and why they are the way they are.
Same.
Mark Roberts actually has a good. He says, "I want a new Hunchback." I think that would
Underrated Disney movie.
Yeah.
Hellfire, top 10 Disney songs of
I
all
think that
time.
could be real cool.
That is a good one.
This is really weird, but this just popped in my head immediately. I think Joel Edgerton would be really good. Hunchback. I don't know why. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it's like the first thing. Joel Edgerton.
He's They Come at Night is the new one now.
She wouldn't know that though.
No,
No.
The Gift with Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
Have you seen
he was
that
in
one?
that.
He was in
I didn't
Gods
know
of
either.
Egypt,
He was-
right?
Oh, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
He was, or what's the? It was the first one of the Egypt movies that was blamed for whitewashing. He was Ramses.
Oh,
Was that Gods of Egypt,
no,
or was that
the
the second one?
No,
Exodus.
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 Gods of
Exodus.
Egypt.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
was the Ramses in that. He was also Uncle Owen in the prequels.
It sucks. I really wanted to see that movie, but out of principle did not because of what they did. But the
Well,
story
maybe something.
itself, I was interested in.
That would be really cool. But
For Hunchback?
Joel Edgerton?
Yeah,
I don't know. It
Interesting.
just kind of popped into my head.
I can see him. I guess who would be Esmeralda though? And how could they mess this up? How could they easily mess up this casting?
She has to have bright
What is she-
green
what is she
eyes
supposed to be?
and dark chocolate hair, and
That
I'm
is-
happy.
It's,
and that's
That is a
extremely
very
rare.
hard mix to get.
it's French, right? Yeah, Notre Dame. The
She's Romani,
whole,
but most Romani don't even look like Esmeralda.
just cast what's her face
What's her face?
from The Dark Knight Rises.
No.
Which one is
Marion
that?
Cotillard.
Marion
No.
Cotillard.
Oh no, she's too
absolutely.
old for one.
Just
No.
do it and get it over.
No.
No.
Absolutely
What's
not.
wrong with you?
That is terrible casting.
I hate to cut off a good conversation, but we're approaching our time, so we're gonna have to wrap.
Also,
up.
there's two casts now.
There
I know.
are.
I was going to point this out earlier, but I wish I had this for our last podcast about villains because I feel like it's totally like I'm.
Did you see me earlier, like Dr. Eviling it
Yeah,
a little
I
bit?
did see that.
Oh yeah, I was sitting here petting Salio, like just like Dr. Evil with my pinky next to my mouth.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We hit our peak live viewer numbers
We
today, which was
did.
really cool. We had 9 at one time, which is awesome. If you stayed through most of this, you're a trooper. Thank you so much.
Saw Trent commenting a lot.
Yeah,
They're
Trent,
awesome.
you're the man. Everyone who commented, thank you so much. Again, we're the Riffsters. Basically, the concept is really simple. We pick a topic out of this little box that we have, or a bowl or whatever, and we just riff on it. The topics that we discussed today were what's your most embarrassing moment, and also what was your first R-rated movie, and that ended up on a riff into Aladdin
It
and
did.
Disney movies. So it's a fun time. If you're in LA and you want to be on the podcast, let us know because we'll have guests every time. So
Yeah.
basically, you can find me online at AKA Volpe, AKA VOLPE, and you can also check out my page Volpe Music. I'm tagged above.
And you can find me at Dana Lynn X on all social media. And I don't think I need to spell it out, but I suppose I could.
She's also tagged.
Yeah, I'm tagged in the post. But also something to remember to say is if you missed some of this podcast, like we will be cutting out the bad parts and putting it on YouTube later. So please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well
I'll link it
as
below.
like our Facebook page. And Jack.
And I don't have a personal brand, although I would say support these two. And if you want to hit me up, my PSN gamer tag is JJSoccer22, whereas the O is a 0. And I guess that's the only thing I can give you. So,
So
It's
that's
your friendship
dope.
on PlayStation. So our tradition is you have to come up with a sign off on the spot. So you'll go first.
okay,
Ready?
fantastic.
Look in the camera and do sort of like it's sort of like a stay classy San Diego type
Mhm.
thing. So I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Adios, muchachitos.
Nice. I brought this in.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Fidget spinners are awesome.
Okay, mine is,
3, 2, 1.
remember, chocolate milk is not just for kids. And with that,
That's tricks.
Yeah, you totally stole that from Trix.
did I just rip off the trick?
Yes.
But you said it so smoothly that nobody noticed except when we pointed it out.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Monday, same time, same place. Check it out. The Riffsters, we're out.
Bye,
Peace.
everyone.